Miles is 100% of safety. We'll look at Joe, probably add a little bit of corner, a little bit of nickel, a little bit of safety, and just see where he can fit in the best and the quickest.
How valuable is a player like that in today's game?
Well, it's with all the spread. There's definitely you play with 5 DBs a lot. So the nickel position and both safety positions have to be versatile enough to play a little bit of man, a little bit of zone, a little bit of man by yourself. They got to be good blitzers too and good tacklers. So we're excited about them all.
The depth at safety, I guess, has been kind of thin. It's really just been 3 guys rotating between 2 spots the last couple of years. Do you feel like these additions are really going to help bolster that?
Yeah, and I don't know much about our team. I've looked at them and evaluated all the players. I really think that there'll be some guys this spring that will move around from corner to safety to corner to nickel. There's some talent back there. We just got to make sure we put them in the right position.
How much of the guys on the roster did you recruit previously? Do you recall at all?
You mean the guys on our roster right now? There's probably a couple of guys here that I knew about. There's a few guys. What happens when you don't sign or they go to another place or you end up not offering them? You sort of put them on your back burner. You don't really, I just deleted everybody that we didn't get today. I unfollowed them, so I don't keep up with them past that.
What did you know about Rakeem Boyd from Texas A&M? Did you have any knowledge of him?
Yeah, I was there just Washington Spring. Very, very talented. Strong, can run. He's got size. He's got great vision. I remember in the spring, I know our offensive staff thought that, he was as good or even better than the guys that they were playing with. So, very talented and can run. It's great. He's a great addition to us.
You may have spoken about Miles Mason and Joseph Fouché a little bit, but I wasn't here. Could you do it again?
Well, Miles and Joe are 2 talented guys. Miles is, 100% all safety. He can play strong. He can play free. Joe can do a little bit of everything. Joe's a safety, but Joe can play corner. He lined up at corner on film probably 70% of the time. Safety, play a little wildcat quarterback. He could play nickel for us. Nickel's a big position for us. So, he's got something to him that we've had in the past, that I've seen in the past, something special. But both those 2 are 2 talented guys.
How good do you guys feel as a defensive staff hitting the needs that you needed, especially, in the second one when you guys finally all got on?
Yeah, it's late. My first time ever flying into this city, into Fayetteville was January 4th. So, we feel pretty good about how it turned out. Coach Morris did a great job of leading it. He recruited it by himself in December, went to see all the players. There's not a player that can say that he didn't sit in their home and see them, and which helps when you've got a head coach that's committed to it. So, we're excited about it. We're excited, and we've got a group that can play.
What was the whirlwind like for you guys as a staff?
Well, we spent probably every Sunday till Friday out on the road. You just got to hit the ground running. Had to catch up a lot, and you just talk about the positives of what the University of Arkansas has to offer. And the guys listened, the guys responded. Some chose other places, both chose here, so it turned out well.
Tell us about you a little bit. It's this first chance we've gotten to talk to you. Just what kind of coach you are, what you like to do.
Well, I've been. This is my 12th season in the SEC, and I've seen it all. My 4th school, so I've seen a lot. I've been a part of an SEC championship team. Played in a national championship game as a coach. So we've had our success, and at the same time it's a tough league, and this conference is the best conference in college football. The SEC West is the best division in college football, and guys that want that challenge, want to play on this side.
I know it's about the Jimmies a lot, but the experience you and Coach Chavis have in this league has to be something that you guys can build off as a staff.
Yeah, we went into LSU at the same time, installed it, his scheme. We understand how to install it. Now we get to do it the right way. Coach Caldwell is part of it at Tennessee, so it'll go a lot faster. Hopefully it'll go at the pace where it went at LSU, to where we turned into a really good defense. So there's enough talent here. We just got to put the guys in the right position and teach and coach and try to develop them, and then we're going to be fine.
Coaching style. When we watch you at practice, what are we going to see?
Well, they'll say I'm aggressive and I'm get after them, and I do believe in great effort, playing with great effort, and at the same time, in the secondary, you better have the general knowledge. I teach in the classroom, and but we drill, and there's some fundamental things that I believe in defensive back drills and play that's led to a lot of guys' success in college, and they furthered themselves in pro football. So we're just going to figure out what makes them tick. Everybody doesn't backpedal the same. Everybody doesn't plant and break the same. Bodies are different, and you put them in position and in a drill work to where they understand that this is what they have to do to be successful in the secondary.
Now everything turns to the 2019 class and kind of getting going with that with this weekend. But when you have time, how much of the next month leading into March 1st is going to be just figuring out what you have going into spring?
Well, we were fortunate enough this weekend to finally see our team work out in the early morning workout. So I've seen them 2 days. I watched the DBs drill. I watched them change direction, watched their size, talked to our strength coach about how they've been working since we've been on the road, and I'm pleased right now. There's definitely a group here that we can find the right 22 players, because you're only in this league, you're only as good as your second group. You're only as good as the guy that's got to go in if something happens. It's too physical of a league to where you think you can do it with the same two safeties or same two nickels or the same one nickel, two corners the whole year. You got to have guys, and you got to develop them, and we're going to continue to develop the football team and make sure that they understand, and when you understand, you play fast. And if you can understand it, we've got to be great teachers. If you understand what we're talking about on defense and can learn, and we find the right way to teach every one of them, then they'll be able to play fast.
What's your thoughts on Bishop and what he's going to bring? I know you didn't recruit him, but he's a part of this recruiting.
I got a chance to watch him on film. I think he's long, can run, great ball skills, will tackle you. I'm excited about him. There's no doubt. When I watched, I told Coach Chavis, I says we already got one signed. It's pretty good. So in our mind, we got the corner, we got the nickel safety, we got the safety, and so he's talented, and I'm looking forward to coaching him.
Relationship you touched on a little bit, but with you and Coach Chavis, and just how that's developed into something where you guys can work off each other.
Well, I've known him for years. When he coached at a college in his early career, which was in my hometown, so I watched what he did for 10 years at that school, and then doing his entire time after that at Tennessee. I knew him and watched him, and he had great success. And then very fortunate that we went into LSU together. And, 3 years later, we were in the national championship game and won the SEC championship. So he's a great coach. He understands how to win. He understands what we need to do. And, we're going to make the necessary adjustments to make sure that we play great defense.
You've been at some of the top places in this league to coach and play. Where does Arkansas stack, and where do you hope you guys can get that in the next couple of years?
Well, like I said, this side of the conference, you can throw everybody in the SEC West, and every team on this side has had success, and I think back to that year we played in the national championship. We went into the last week of the season, and we were 1, Alabama was 2, and Arkansas was 4. So I do remember being in this stadium one night when I was at the University of South Carolina, and Darren McFadden and Felix and Hilton and Payton wore us out. So when you've had success like that, it's easy to get it back.